How strong is Nicole Waterson?
Nicole Waterson, the mother of Gumball and the strongest character in the entire show. Her son has the ability to control all of reality, turn into a Super Saiyan, make his dreams a reality, and use some of the highest forms of Toon Force in existence. But for some reason, he's terrified of his mom. And after this video, you'll see exactly why. Nicole, using just a fraction of her power, is able to take Gumball, Darwin, and Anais to school on time by moving faster than the speed of sound.
What? We travel faster than the speed of sound. Give it
Wow.
a second.
Have a nice day.
There you go. Thanks, Mom.
Even more than this, she has shown that she is far superior to Gumball in almost every way. She can strike fear into her opponents and control them just by being angry around them. She can shapeshift and manipulate her size to almost any physical form, and she's able to create things out of nothing, even things that don't even exist, as she can create a literal invisible car and she knows how to drive it. And just by snapping her
But he did the same thing though. So they both can do it. They both have the Toon Force. Does this count as Toon Force? Whatever it is, they both can do it. So is she stronger than him, or are they both on the same level? Y'all let me know in the comments below. Actually, I think I will find out by the end of this video.
literal invisible car and she knows how to drive it. And just by snapping her fingers, she can generate shockwaves that can stun anyone within its range. She
Conqueror's hockey. She has hockey, but with a snap. Okay, that's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That's technically Conqueror's hockey for her.
within its range. She can even generate shockwaves with just a glare, but it isn't her eyes that make her terrifying. It's what's within them. Nicole's eyes lead to the underworld, where souls are trapped for eternity, as she can drain someone's lifespan over 100 years just by looking in their eyes. While Gumball is able to break time itself and travel back in time to before the Big Bang, making his speed immeasurable, as moving in a place devoid of time breaks the speed formula, and then he just straight up tanks the Big Bang, which produces 90 duodecillion joules of energy, which is
Y'all be trying to tell me I'm dumb, right? But never in my life have I ever seen this word. Duodecillion? That has to be a made up word, right? There's no way that that's in the English dictionary. Duodecillion. Duodecillion. A very large number equivalent to 1 followed by 39 zeros. Or 1 followed by 72 zeros. So it is a real word, just never in my life have I seen it or used it.
produces 90 duodecillion joules of energy, which is absolutely insane. For comparison, 90 duodecillion joules of energy would be over 400 trillion times more powerful than the largest nuclear bomb in human history.
What?
And it would be 900 trillion times more powerful than the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs. This amount of energy would even be more powerful than all the energy the sun would ever emit over 750 billion years.
What?
And yet Gumball is still weaker than his mother, as the entire show relies on Nicole to live. The Amazing World of Gumball is a TV show and setting, and the stability of the entire show depends on the budget of the Watersons. Nicole is the breadwinner of the family, and therefore she has the strongest influence over the show's state. With Nicole having such a powerful influence that the entire show itself almost got cancelled when she was temporarily bankrupt, which means Gumball's entire world,
They lost budget because she lost budget. She lost money, so the whole show lost budget. That's a crazy connection, bro.
which means Gumball's entire world, every realm, every dimension, and even the space between dreams that exist outside of space and time, was disintegrating and falling apart, glitching and deceasing and
Nigga, what? This is the storyboard. This is the board. This is not even animated yet. Yo, she controls even the writers. That's how powerful she is.
deceasing in production quality until it became worse than the storyboard itself, which makes Nicole Waterson a necessary existence for the show to exist, basically becoming the god of it all. She was even able to notice when time was rewound by Richard being employed, with Richard being able to destroy the entire Amazing World of Gumball universe just by getting a job.
That's horrible.
Nicole can just
That's horrible. That is so bad, bro. Imagine you getting a job, you being employed, because I know you're not employed right now. Imagine you getting... Imagine you getting a job and it ruins the whole world. You start making money and the whole world ends. You can never be shit in life, and if you are, the whole world collapses.
The entire amazing world of Gumball universe just by getting a job. Nicole can, just like her son, break the fourth wall as she knew her fighting moves were being censored and even noticed subtitles beneath her being changed. Being above Gumball is extremely impressive, as Nicole has fought entire anime episodes against her childhood rival inside the gymnasium of Elmore Middle School, with Yuki spending years of her life to become a better martial artist and yet still can't defeat Nicole, who hasn't trained for at least 12 years. It was even stated that Gumball or any of the other kids tried to interfere with the fight, they would be completely annihilated, which is ridiculous because Gumball himself can transform into a Super Saiyan 2, as a normal Super Saiyan would grant him a 50 times increase to all of his stats, and Super Saiyan 2 would be 2 times that, making Gumball's strength, speed, and all of his other abilities over 100 times stronger.
I don't know how I feel about him using Gumball as a reference for Nicole's strength. That's the only thing that makes me kind of like, it's a little bit of reaching here. There's a little bit of reaching there.
All of his other abilities over 100 times stronger than the ones he's shown in his base form. And this same Gumball would still just be a liability in a fight even when he's trying to help his mom.
See, that connection makes sense. That makes sense. I take back everything I just said. My fault, because that does make sense. If they said in this fight, if Gumball would have intruded, he would have gotten away and been a liability, and we know how strong Gumball is, that just explains how strong Nicole is and her rival right here. That battle was so fearsome that Gumball is weak compared to them two, right? So Gumball is weaker than her too. That's what I'm understanding, right? Gumball is weaker than both these characters.
When he's trying to help his mom. This is pretty interesting because we know Gumball has the ability to change his DNA to grant himself new abilities and forms. But Saiyan DNA might be generational, a trait passed down by the most obvious answer, his mother. This is even more consistent as Nicole has even been able to use the Kamehameha technique in her battle, meaning it's possible that Nicole herself can transform into a Super Saiyan 2,
I can see
as
that.
this blood is in her DNA. But if it's true that Nicole is even stronger than Gumball and has a better understanding of Ki, she could possibly even have higher forms of Super Saiyan, like Super Saiyan 3, which multiplies her strength over 400 times. And even more interesting, it might be the case that instead of transforming into a monkey, she takes the form of a cat, having her own version of Super Saiyan 4.
That would be
That's
so.
just something to
That would
think
be
about.
so cool.
It's kind of funny to
Nah,
think.
that would be so cool. That would be so cool. Imagine Nicole turning into Super Saiyan 4, bro. That would be so fire.
Version of Super Saiyan 4. But that's just something to think about. It's kind of funny to think that Gumball's transformation was reminiscent of Gohan, as both of them are half-blooded Saiyans. Nicole is a master of martial arts as she's took on her entire family by herself casually, and even as a child trained in karate since she was 8 years old, and won the Elmore Kunmite, and she has a light enough touch that she can land on a butterfly's wings and even transform into a demon with immeasurable strength. But that's exactly what she is. Overall, Nicole would scale to 5th dimensional with immeasurable speed. And shout out to Timeless who dropped 80 to sponsor this video.
Sheesh.
In the end, Nicole is far different from any character inside this amazing world, and she's the most feared out of all of them. Her strength is what keeps this world alive, and I've never heard truer words. Because strength is earned, and she will never lose it. This may be Gumball's world, but don't forget who brought him into it. What's up, guys? Stevan. If you guys enjoyed this video,
I like
make sure
that.
you
I
guys
like
and
that. You
subscribe.
definitely put me in my place. You definitely told me what's up. Clock it.